YouTube comments from a video titled, Millions of Americans Just Got Screwed Out of Healthcare. Part 9.
Athegre GD 5202 wrote,
1940, but see, that's a trap. Amazon is part of the whole agenda of getting everyone wrapped into digital identity and universal basic income. Amazon is literally just a government private arm. Yeah, it's cheap to get you in. Then a couple years later, you realize it's the only option. It's mandatory, and you will be compelled to have any and all jabs and boosters and whatever else. They're about to crash the economy and bring in UBI. They will monitor your health via the app, and you'll be happy about it, lol.
Estefanu 9770 wrote,
HSA accounts are a much better option. Usually, most employers, if you're working, will just put money into it, and you can use it however you want. You can also deposit more money into it, I think. That's how I did it.
John Evans 1969 wrote,
The United States is broke. What part of that do they not get? Heating tards parentheses $40 trillion INTHE whole. Our entire health system is spooked. Dead on the roadside, dead. The dude crap is deadlier than the fully loaded. Congress is a bad jock, boys. I spent a fortune on dental health. Now, at parentheses 62, I don't have a single tooth left. Dentists, for the most part, are no different than fucking gypsies. Just wait till you're totally and permanently disabled. With multiple implants and lots of hardware in your bodies, Teflon, stainless steel, chromed cobalt, titanium, and literally dozens and dozens of surgeries and procedures, well over parentheses $2 million in medical bills, and still go in like the government's debt clock the golden fuck in your suck. But wait, there's more. Ain't living forever on this earth. Eternal, why yes, on earth. Not so much enjoy Yahala's day-to-day layups and Dondi frig and worry about a damn thing and fook insurance.
SMIM 3565 wrote,
Ick, what kind is insurance y'all got, but mine's is not as bad as what you all are saying. I could literally choose a plan which I only pay $45 a month, and my copay is only $20 for my annual visits. WTF kind of employers you all got charging you up the ass?
Rochelle's Crafts wrote,
I never got the memo that buying health insurance was no longer mandatory, so I've been buying it, but not using it because I'm relatively healthy. In 2022, I was on expanded Medi-Cal California Medicaid. Then I moved states and went on a transition from Medicaid plan that was $3 a month for 2023. In 2024, the premium for less service coverage was $36/month. In 2025, coverage reduced, and I'm paying $65/month. These figures are all with ACA subsidies. For 2026, my coverage will be reduced and my deductible will raise again. And I'll be paying $186/month with subsidy, or just over $1,000/month if subsidies are canceled. I don't know, but $186/month is a payment on another hoopty, and over $1,000/month is rent. Medical insurance should not cost as much as rent. I'm out.
Drew L9J wrote,
I pay like $40 a month for my health insurance, $1,200 deductible though. So I basically have to break my arm for my coverage to kick in. I do also have a health savings account. I don't get how and why people pay $600 plus a month for health insurance. I don't believe it's true.
Tynum 2726 wrote,
I love how you throw in personal responsibility there. That is a big part of it that most don't even think about. I hate insurance companies, food corporations, the powers that be, etc. Though I don't celebrate human death/murder, but at some point, it is our own responsibility to try to keep ourselves as healthy as possible, and the majority of the US fails in that department, myself included. I think it is close to 50% of preteens/teens are now pre-diabetic. The insurance companies see these stats. They know that American health is dying, and that will cut into their profits. They are simply a business looking out for themselves. Healthcare costs are rising. American health is becoming more poor by the minute. I knew it was all going to eventually collapse, which is what we are seeing. I suspect that within 10 years or less, most health insurance companies will pull out of health insurance entirely and focus their business elsewhere. Prevention really is the key, and that means no being overweight, no smoking, no drinking, no eating bad foods. Which also means increased food costs organic, but would be a lot cheaper than needing to treat all the diseases those things cause.
At SSP Video wrote,
You'll be fine until yourself or one of your children has an accident. Then you will find out how expensive it is to pay out of pocket. Very risky move not to have insurance.
Edge Banana 78 wrote,
After doing the math and realizing that even after paying $400/month for healthcare, if I needed major medical care for anything, my premiums would still bankrupt me. I cancelled everything. Google is my doctor now.
At Shez 7132 wrote,
Well, if it is simply insurance, then is the government-run health instead it would be cheaper. Go figure. Plus it would be better than being on Jeff Bezos's plantation.
KIP_studio wrote,
Guys, just have a direct-to-hospital monthly membership program. Cut shareholders, cut sales teams, cut advertising. $20 per month gets you full basic coverage and emergency surgery for everyone. You want cancer coverage, chronic illnesses, and geriatric care, it goes to $100 per month. And if you want cosmetic surgery and anti-aging treatments, pop this up to $200 per month. That's it. That is all it would take. Any location that has 100,000 citizens or more in their general vicinity would cover all costs and all equipment for all fully equipped medical centers. Statistically, only 2% of the population need an annual hospital visit, and another 2% has an emergency once per year. It's basic math. Just do it.
At Robin Marks wrote,
Haven't had health insurance in over a decade since the ACA passed. I just pay cash if I have to go, and I've saved roughly $30,000 in those years. Edit, glad to see people finally waking up and canceling it. It's the only way premiums will ever go down.
At Craterface 666 wrote,
I'm disabled, 50, and I have federal health insurance from the post office I got to keep. That said, I pay over $800 a month. AMD, my wife has her own, and will put me on hers soon. I've had 5 surgeries this year, plus meds. With my problems and having 2 kids, we would be bankrupt without health insurance. The costs are so high. I get it, insurance is expensive, but not having it is much worse.
At Rachel Hall 4808 wrote,
1755. This guy at the end thinks DMV healthcare would be better. He's nuts. Look at Canada right now. Their maid service is their leading cause of death right now, because it's easier and cheaper to kill them than treat them. And they're only adding to the list of eligible maid recipients every year. They will tax the shit out of you and offer you literal government-assisted death.
At Reark 3033 wrote,
Why are there 2 prices? With insurance, it's $6,000. Ask for itemized bill, and it's $2,300? Because everyone is absorbing funds. Insurance profits excessively. People at the top make money. Don't pay the nurses. Don't pay the doctors. Don't fund research into cures, only fund research on forever treatments. Coke lobbyists make money, pay FDA to say it's fine, bribe people to allow it on EBT, feed more people into the medical industry. So more insurance profits. Big circle jerk of SHTT, so they absorb money.
At Joachim Goethe 7864 wrote,
2009 was the last time I had health insurance. That was the year I got laid off from a job I'd had for 12 years. It's been downhill ever since.
At Zackscape_ wrote,
As a 32Y/O super healthy person, I only pay for the urgent care out of pocket, if I absolutely need it. So far it's only been to get documentation to keep a job for taking a couple days off.
At John Jacob SI3VC wrote,
There is a annual insurance price at your doctor's office and hospital. They ask for insurance card. Just say I am self-insured. When you get the bill, call the finance office and ask for the self-insured price. All of a sudden, that $760 MRI is $280.
A cryptocurrency conspiracy wrote,
I've watched many of your videos, and this is the first one where you said something where I was like my guy. I'm not paying for no damn pills. If I die, I die. We're born to die. That's what you do while you're here that matters.
A cryptocurrency conspiracy wrote,
I've watched many of your videos, and this is the first one where you said something where I was like my guy. I'm not paying for no damn pills. If I die, I die. We're born to die. That's what you do while you're here that matters.
At Ringram305 wrote,
I haven't had health insurance is 15 years. Industry is diabolical and a money pit. If and when I need to tune up, adjustment, or expert advice, I go to another country. Treatment is better, prices are way cheaper, and doctors are more knowledgeable.
At Helixin S7P wrote,
Don't reward communism. Starve it. When the Not So Affordable Care Act passed, they put penalties in the bill that if you didn't have health insurance, the government could tax you more. That tells you all about these commies, and they want to be deep in all of our wallets.
JRad98 wrote,
I want everyone to consider this. These are all influencers, stirring the pot. None of these people are real. Their situations aren't real. They're just here to push a message, push propaganda. Stop acting like the sky is falling. TikTok is a cancer. Stop playing their videos.
At Henry Thegriad American 8136 wrote,
Wait, did Jack really blame the salaries of doctors and nurses for the high cost of health care? Do you even know who owns all those hospitals, outpatient centers, equipment, and anything else needed for medical care? Yeah, those are the people to blame.
At BlueLin04 wrote,
And MTBCBS won't cover ANY biologics for 3 severe autoimmune, including SLE lupus, which could take life SOTHE medical profession CAN KISS MY.
At Dane Slaughter 3918 wrote,
In 2014 to 15 in our late 40s, and very healthy until that point, having a very clean eating and exercise-based life. My wife and I both had issues, me kidney issues, and my wife breast cancer. Very glad we had health insurance. Do not go without at least a catastrophic plan. It could be the worst decision ever. We would not be where we are financially without the insurance. Thank the Lord she beat the cancer, and I am doing well. We still exercise and eat clean, but would never not have at least a high deductible plan.
Carl Siney 1 wrote,
Americans have been paying for illegals' health insurance. It's blatantly obvious that's the reason for the major increase. Deport them all and costs will go down. They use the emergency room like they're private doctors.
Quantum Ewan wrote,
The half your paycheck myth, Jack. The combined taxes people pay for everything, healthcare, infrastructure, schools, etc., are often similar to what Americans already pay when you include private insurance premiums, copays, and out-of-pocket costs.
At BlueLin04 wrote,
Yep, my son turned 25 5 years ago, so Egypt about PPL beaching. My son has eye and wisdom teeth out OUTOFHISOW in pocket. Deal with ITACA, IS a failure.
At Marshall Thompson R1P wrote,
Insurance is so misused that it ruined healthcare. Insurance is for major problems, not routine trips. The price of insurance would collapse if everyone had a $20,000 deductible.
At Estefania Gatens wrote,
It's not worth it. Way too much of an annoying battle to just merely be approved in network, plus the struggle of stupid referrals just to be seen. No thanks.
Fetoid2 wrote,
And here my wife complains that my insurance sucks. I pay like $230 a month for 4 of us. Me, her, and 2 kids. With a max annual out-of-pocket of $3,000 per person and $6,000 family.
Kathipa wrote,
Most offices and hospitals will create an interest-free payment plan. Just ask. They will work with you. And ask about self-pay custom. Sometimes it is cheaper for just a visit, but for procedures with potential for multiple billers, surgery, maybe the surgeon, then there is a bill for the anesthesia, hospitalization if needed, pathology. But just ask if they would negotiate down.
At Rigor 8-Bit2 wrote,
I'm 41 and I haven't been to the doctor since I was 17. Even that it was for a routine checkup, I've only been to the doctor for something serious when I broke my wrist when I was like 13. If I ever have an emergency, I'll just pay out of pocket. I'm more in the boat of if I die, I die. If I have cancer, I don't want to know about it and just pass away if it takes me. Chemotherapy looks like it has a high chance of taking you out anyway, and it's omega levels of painful.
At Redayboy5 wrote,
It surprises me it took this long for people to figure out that paying for health insurance is a scam. I never had health insurance since I turned 26. I'm 35 now, but knew it was a scam at 22.
At Shez7132 wrote,
Free healthcare is definitively better in the UK for the mass of people. If it wasn't better for the ordinary person, then the far right in the UK would not be fighting to get rid of it.
At Koval8454 wrote,
I pay about $230 a month for medical, dental, vision for my son and myself, and I have diabetes. And my job gives me $2,000 a year towards my deductible, so they pay for about half of it. Just got my renewal paperwork for next year. It goes up $10 a month, and all the deductibles and coverages are the same.
At 7,000 Soldiers wrote,
If enough of us cancel and refuse insurance, the companies will start to go bankrupt. Then the government will propose free healthcare for all and take the money plus more from us to protect the companies. Socialist dummies will fall for this. Game over.
At Frank Rizzo 5262 wrote,
We should shut down the government and hold them hostage until Daddy Give agrees to give free healthcare for illegals while making it a crime for citizens to not buy.
At First Worse 970 wrote,
Some people have worse health issues than Yak, and some are better off. That lady that's paying $530 a month for the family, that's pretty good. Most people are paying around $400 just for themselves. None of it's fair.
At Official Artist Channel Seychelles wrote,
Actually, my mom just had 2 teeth ripped out, and she was gonna buy me a new computer for my birthday this month, but now claims she can't cause she has to pay a lot to the dentist, so yeah, I know about it, lol.
At Luis__JRTX wrote,
In 2005, my ex-wife and I had a really bad car accident. A 6WKS of Siku was over $350K. If you have insurance or not, if something bad happens, you're fucked.
At Bick Stevens 187 wrote,
Hospitals can and will turn down patients, especially if you are white, not alphabet mafia, or a registered Republican or a Christian. If you are queer, non-white, Muslim, or a citizen of any other country not America, then you will automatically get the best health care, and hospitals will never be allowed to turn you away.
As Slim C wrote,
DRS and nurses don't get paid from insurance most of the time anyway. Insurance refuse to lay and they send you the cash price bill. Insurance is just the negotiator. You can do that on your own and stop making these stupid industries rich.
At Brian Vincent K6G wrote,
I haven't had insurance for 25 years. I don't believe in big farm anyway. Eat right and work out, sleep 8 a day, and stay away from drugs/alcohol. You'll be fine.
At Feline Fina 8004 wrote,
I just switched to the high deductible plan with HSA from my employer. I'm contributing $50 per pay period to my HSA, which already has $1,500 from when I had it a couple years ago. The deductible is $5,000, which I have plenty in my emergency fund to cover until my HSA gets to that amount. I pay out of pocket for my vision and dental. Unless you're chronically ill, I don't see the point in paying for the traditional health plans from employers. Best part is that I can keep all the HSA funds for myself to cover costs now or in the future. I just got tired of seeing how much they take out my checks every month, and I only go to the DR maybe twice a year. The high deductible will cover anything major if I got seriously ill or injured. It is not hard to spend $5,000 in an emergency medical situation. I work in healthcare, so I know all these people are not paying their medical bills, all so that our premiums can keep going up to cover their costs. Yeah, I'm not doing that anymore.
At Mark 7S980 wrote,
Obamacare subsidies were designed to end. They were temporary. Dems could have made them permanent when Biden was in office. They didn't. This whole mess is the Democrats' fault.
At Henry Thegriad American 8136 wrote,
Everyone is focused on health insurance. But what everyone overlooks is who owns all the stuff the medical insurance is paying for. While medical insurance is a problem, so is the for-profit system where everything medical is owned by billionaires.
At Turtle 3000 wrote,
Health insurance is one of the reasons, on top of many, why I have been working to lose weight. I'm a big boy, and I'm planning on staying for a while, but hell man, I'm not paying more for it.
At White Leviathan wrote,
The main problem with insurance is that all the companies are tied to the stock market, and so they have a fiduciary duty to increase profits every year lest they be sued. Which means the stock market connected insurance companies have to get more money every year from somewhere, and that somewhere is you.
At Dana Johnson D8R wrote,
In 66. Healthcare was a non-issue in the 60s. If you worked a gas station, the employer gave you the insurance. I had heart surgery in 2019. I had to become homeless, and Obamacare paid the $1 million bill. If you can't pay, you will lose your property. You can get sued for unpaid medical bills. I had Hep C. Cost $20,000 for the first visit. The cure was $250,000. That was parentheses 2018. You can fuck around on credit payments if you do not own anything. Or MR Repo Man calling.
At Rainman 9100 wrote,
I'm in my 50s. I am semi-retired. I worked my ass off for 25 years and invested heavily. I have very little W-2 income these days, so my state bumped me off my private medical insurance and put me on Medicaid. I didn't argue. I paid piles of taxes for many years and I don't get any benefit from it until now. I also have a concierge doctor that I can call on any time I pay for it. No way I am paying $700 to $1,000/month plus a $12,500 deductible.
Edits_Mooch wrote,
Health insurance is usually a big racket but one trip to the hospital, and just one hospital stay or operation would bankrupt most people. What most of us need is just catastrophic coverage only.
Edar. 02938 wrote,
Dental discount plans are much more affordable than dental insurance. You get about 50% off of most procedures. My family has been using one for years. If you need dental work done, look into it. They aren't insurance, but are more like a shopper's club savings card. Costs me about $100 a year to join total for our family of 3.
Slim C wrote,
I have to take my daughter for an EEG since she's been having seizures. We don't have insurance. They quoted us $40K. Yeah, fucking right. We are still gonna take her. And then we'll negotiate it down.
At the Indemnifier wrote,
This is what socialism feels like. Those of us who have been busting our asses for the last 20 years have been paying for the whole Obamacare system. We used to get health insurance through my wife's employer. She worked for a hospital in 2012. They cut her down to part-time. That way, they didn't have to pay health insurance. I was an independent contractor and went to work for an insurance company. 4 years ago, their health insurance carrier cut my wife off of her insurance. This is what socialism feels like. If you work your ass off, you get punished, while the other half of society sits on their ass and lives off your sweat.
At Viking for Life R5N wrote,
That happened to us when Obamacare was created. Before that, I was paying $90 a month for a full coverage Blue Cross Blue Shield HMO with a $3 copay before Obamacare ruined that.
Slim C wrote,
All these people crying. Join the fucking club. I have ain't been able to afford it my whole life. The only way to fix this is for no one to pay insurance to the DRS, and hospitals will start charging realistic prices. Not these astronomical prices.
Sports Sharp 412 wrote,
Your ignorance on this topic is absolutely staggering. You're planning on a future, but you're cooked when you get literally one uncovered major event. Sound like a fool, Jack. It's financial protection. You should be smart enough to get that.
At Incognitus_McGee wrote,
This is how revolutions begin. Just saying. You can't continue to back PPL into a corner, give them less opportunity. PPL are leaving high school with less options. What do PPL think is going to happen?
At Downriver 73 wrote,
Became seriously ill in 2018, spent nearly 4 days ICU and took weeks to recover. Hospital bill was like nearly $40,000, all due to pneumonia. Insurance covered most it, but still on hook for over $5,000. Had to take a loan against $401K to pay off. Year later, son was found to have type 1, and that bill was over $50,000 and cost me over $8,000 in cost. It's a choice. If you can afford it's good, but you're fricked either way.
At Victor Martinez, VP9GD wrote,
Free health care? If you get sick, you'll be waiting for 2 weeks, two months for a doctor to be free to see you.
At Cobra 5088 wrote,
Remember Jonathan Gruber, one of the Obamacare ACA architects, said about getting it past lack of transparency is a huge political advantage. And basically, call it the stupidity of the American voter or whatever, but basically that was really, really critical to getting the thing to pass.
At MN_engineer wrote,
I didn't have health insurance from 20 till my mid-30s. I became an adult before Obamacare, so I was off my parents' insurance at 18. I worked in retail where typically there's no health insurance, then worked for a contractor who also didn't offer health insurance until I got hired full-time at another company.
At Mercedes Lindigenous 4219 wrote,
I don't have healthcare but went to the ER a few weeks ago, and they sent me a $190 PO in T00 bill. Last year I had 2 teeth removed for $100 PO in T00. There's life without healthcare.
At Lobos 222 wrote,
Americans talk about their kids like people in Norway talk about their pets. I am not paying that amount for Doggy to survive cancer. The tax ignorance thing. I pay CA 40% income tax. That covers everything from Social Security to health and so on. You have wealth tax above $200K, but you can deduct 75% of your primary residence and 20% of stock's value in context of wealth value, and wealth tax is less than 1%. Cost of products is also balanced in context of what people have of excess buying power. In short, everything is expensive because despite this, most people have a decent amount. What we don't have: 0 kids with buck teeth, 0 kids with GoFundMe for cancer treatment, and 0 adults going broke via health issues. Paying taxes is a citizen duty. Citizens are a valued asset for the nation. You have a huge return on a healthy and educated population. Norway has problems as well, but I find it funny that people in the richest nation in human history, with a past that actually covered more as well, have so much top money propaganda brain rot they don't think socialized anything, unless it's socialism for the elite, can work in USA, despite bailouts for the mega rich and the current healthcare system they have. Cost more.